Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 as Siam. So, we are now in a civil war. Kind of on my own creation, for sure. I mean, to be fair, I knew this was going to happen. You've declared war upon us. You're immediately dead. Fantastic. What are these numbers looking like right now? 240, 218,000. We need to get our units in position as quickly as possible. You move your way down here. You fight this guy. Move our troops immediately into enemy territory. What can you guys up towards the north do? The answer is drive your way towards the capital. Let's try to kill the royalists as fast as we possibly can. Because right now we are returning democratic. Less than civil war. I mean, we can still do these other things. We don't need to actually be at peace to do government reforms. So that's nice. Let's get some basic attack plans going. You guys get some basic attack plans going. And Blue Army, get some basic attack plans going. Okay, let's capture the airport. Our planes are still where they need to be. So I'm definitely A-okay with that. Okay, the rebellion has happened in Siam. The recent Siamese revolution, while being outward successful, has had its popularity plummet. Overhauled the nation's economic system and nationalized many industries. Red Scare has whipped up, while the chief of the army declared loyalty to the parliament. Prince Bowden organized an army mutiny in the northern region of the country, blaming himself and his subordinates. The National Reclamation Party began to march towards Bangkok. Swift mobilization governments. Okay, got 2 ways to war, basically. Nothing too crazy. Basically, I think what we should have expected. You move here, send reinforcements up. Of course, the units basically have, like, no organization to begin with. Which is not great. Okay, you move here. You stay on this front. Enemy forces are, making their way down here now. We captured, like, a little bit of territory, not a ton. I mean, we're still doing fine. Send you here. And then we'll send you here as well. We'll see what you guys want to do. Do you have a port? You have 1 port. Which, to me, is not that impressive. Okay, send more units down here. We want to see if we can kind of unite the north and the south. Do not delete orders. I want you here. We take your capital. Royal Siam's now lost a lot of their power. And you're all still doing basically a pretty good job. I will admit. A lot of our units are doing a lot of damage. And I feel like the war should be over relatively soon. Capture some cities down in the south. I mean, the Royalists, they had no chance, right? Okay, now you've declared war on the Indo-Chinese Union. Like, it would be nice to not have to fight Germany when we want to take over Vietnam. Yeah, we've got more recruited population. Let's then go for... You're after September. I guess we'll go for you. For right now. Okay, you're at 82%. We'll be able to capture the city in a moment. You move your way down towards here. You fight you. You come down to this city. Because you are 1 victory point. You are 4 victory points. Not so bad. And as long as we hold the capital, we're going to be doing a lot better. We need to kind of unite this territory if we can. But I feel like the Civil War is really not going to actually last that long here. We do actually send way more troops down towards the south, which makes no sense to me, but that's okay. Because you're now technically cut off from your capital. Move you down here. And you, like, Royal Siam, they're at 68%. How much are you worth? You're worth 2 and you're worth 1. So we got 3 victory points down the south, but that's not a huge deal for us. And we're about to take over your capital here. You're on this front. You're over here. Delete this path. It makes no sense. Who's on this line? I mean, we should be able to kill this relatively simply. Like, we've taken your capital, move here, move your way towards this city. We weren't able to make these guys budge yet. Where's your new capital? Your new capital is actually down here, which actually is really good because of the way that Hearts of Iron 4 supply mechanics work. It'll actually lead to this area being basically... Like, everybody here should actually technically run out of supplies very soon. It's weird how Hearts of Iron 4 works sometimes, but it just is as it is. There's been a coup d'etat in France. Murdoch has taken control of the country. We have lost 6,000 men against 11,000. Again, what we really want is the victory points. Everything else doesn't matter so much, because we want this victory point, we want the victory point in the north. That might be enough for their capitulation, it's hard to tell. Okay, and there's a war in Arabia. Not too worried about that at all. Yeah, now you can see these guys are trying to take attrition damage. Are you taking negative 33? Again, why is this considered your capital? Who knows? It just kind of is. Because now your modifier is going to be horrible. I mean, we've captured basically all your cities in the north. We really just need to focus on actually killing this land now. Which is basically just taking over here. You have low supplies as well. You're taking a negative 19%. Not horrible, but it's not the best we could see. Okay, and you guys have fallen. Purple Army. Okay, so you're fine as is. Delete you. Yes. Take all you guys out. Can't do anything here. Can't do anything about government reforms. We can now try to fix Black Monday as much as we possibly can. Which will be nice. These cities and stuff still don't want to fall. I mean, you're worth what? 1? You're worth 1. You're also worth 1. Both would be nice for us to take. Again, like, we easily could have just avoided having the Civil War. But where's the fun in that, right? You move up towards the north. Again, as long as you guys hold Saigon, basically that's how you can tell who's going to win the Indo-Chinese War, is who owns Saigon. If the revolt has it, then they're much more likely to win. If the Germans hold it, then that basically spells the death of the revolt, for sure. How are you not... How are you still here? That's my basic question. I don't understand. Is this a province? Can we do this? It looks like the answer is yes. I think you might have 2 ports. Or are you part of Germany? I can't really tell. So you're worth 2. So you're worth a little bit more. See if maybe we can push this way. So it looks like you're at 23%. I mean, you might be able to just push into all of these territories. I mean, these guys have no chance of survival. There's just 0. They're not going to make it. Okay, so you can split off around here. That's okay. Our Air Force... We don't have an airport down here. We'll try to send at least a handful of planes. Maybe they can get something done. Oh, and there we go. We actually got some guns out of it as well. Annex the entire country. There we go. We brought peace back to the country. We're at 30 out of 17. And the end of the Siamese Parliamentarian Civil War. After subduing a majority of the separatists and rebels, we received word that the remaining rebel forces have fled to Yunnan. No matter, for we shall catch what remains of rebel scum later. We must first mourn the losses sustained by our loyal men, and to end, the royal cremation ground has been converted into a public pyre. Prajamak, who is largely unrelated to the rebellion, has been permitted to return to the Grand Palace. New capital Siam. Delete some extra units, that's okay. We're back to 18. Which actually, is that more than we... I think that's more than we started off with. So I think we did gain a handful of units here. So that's nice. This should be updated in a moment. The 1936 general election. Following a purge of conservatives from all chambers of the government and dismantling the power and nobility, the results of the election are pretty clear. So I'm assuming this is whether or not we want to go for the Eldossi or the Liberals. Stability plus 10%. Pack. Okay, so it's... Yeah, so it's going to be the Social Democrats or the Liberals. Again, I do think the Liberals are a little bit better. You don't do too much. Rise from the ashes. I mean, none of the far right nor the far left have actually won or came on top in the Civil War. So again, I think we just go for the Liberals. I think it's just better for us. These modifiers are just nicer. That's basically what it boils down to. Okay, we have 36 days until you're ready to go. Can I send volunteers here? I could send one. Who's our best unit? Probably you. Person with the highest defense value. Congratulations, you're being sent to here. And again, the reason we want to do this is because I think it'll be easier for us to kill the Indo-Chinese Union than having to fight all of Germany in the Reichspakt. She's 12 to 29, 8 to 30. As long as we can kind of hold out long enough for the war in the north to kind of expand. Okay, I mean, Germany's pushing a lot of troops in here now, which is not great. As long as we can hold Saigon, it's usually a pretty good indicator. We'll see if maybe they can clean this up. Floyd Olson's been elected president of the United States. So we'll kind of see how they want to go. Because they either are going to go... We'll see if there's a four-way, or we can even have like a two-way civil war. Which gives a lot of power to the Entente. Or I guess, you know, someone else. Mustafa Kemal's been shot. How long is this going to go? How long until you're actually there? No, you won't take the volunteers? Base reluctance. You don't like me. Why do you not like me? They hold our core territories, different ideology. So you actually won't even let me send you volunteers, even though it'd help you win the war. Okay then, well, I tried. If you end up losing, that's your own fault. That had nothing to do with me. Probably still want to put some troops down towards the south, but we'll kind of see in the future. I mean, Left KMT is actually doing really, really well. If Left KMT can actually win the war here, they might be able to get something pretty reasonable done. So after March 1942, this will complete automatically. 1,800 days. That's pretty bad. Republican victory. Can't do this yet. Civilian factories, you know, it's not bad. 5% stability, 5% war support. I mean, stability right now is like 60%. Construction speed, free repair for 180 days. How much factories are actually damaged? None. So actually, I'm not worried about that at all. So going either towards 4 military factories or getting civilian factories done. 70 days, 70 days. You're all pretty long focuses. Let's go for the military factories first. Because our factory output is garbage. We need to make sure that's a little bit better. Okay, what do I want to research? Let's go construction 2. Concentrated industry 2. Seems decent enough to me. They really hate us, huh? Again, like I still want them to win because again, I think they'll be easier to defeat in a war. But it'll be difficult. Let's just put it that way. So Japan, you're kind of the person that we're looking towards the most. National Security Act, Tokyo Conference. You need bring Philippines in the fold. East Indies. Bring Siam. Yeah, you should bring Siam into the fold. I will definitely. Okay, don't go do the declaration of war. But I will definitely want to join your faction free. You know, I wouldn't say no to it. And then we can go to war with the Germans or something to that extent. Do we actually have a claim over here? We do have a claim in Upper Shan. You know, the expansion of our great country would be really nice. Max planning goes up. Organization plus 10%. It's not horrible. Actually, it's not horrible. It's really good, actually. Basically, the exact opposite there. So you guys are all basically just doing nothing too crazy. Basic stuff here. Poland's gone for the military government. I don't remember what side that leads you to actually join. You might join up with the Russians, maybe? Or you just stay completely independent. You could stay independent, maybe. I mean, Reichspak's looking okay. Norway's liberal. Okay, Sweden is now under a temporary military government. Will they stay temporary military government? The answer is probably yes, because they almost always are. What about you guys? Tanks and steppes. You are Social Democratic. Does that mean that you've gone for Popular Front? You might have invited him in. I actually don't really know. So we might see Ukraine join with the International, depending on how things go for them. Claim Ukrainian lands. None of you guys are doing anything too crazy. Finland. Probably join up with Germany soon. I mean, Norway usually joins up with... We start trade with the Russians. No, you've done Democratic Mandate. I think at this point it's too late for you guys to go Syndicalists then. If you're already this far into your tree. So it looks like the International is going to have a really poor game. At least that's kind of where we're starting off with. Like, none of you guys really doing too much. Anti-tank guns. The Swiss maybe joining up with the International could give them a bit of a boost, but we're not really going to be seeing that. Research, let's go with production efficiency cap plus 10%. Get that up and running. I mean, it looks like the Indo-Chinese revolt stabilized a little bit. I think they have more men now. 6-40 against 10-18. Once the why can I not remember what it's called? The Tet Offensive. Is it the Tet Offensive? I think that happens still here, but they rise up near Hanoi. That'll basically be the death of Germany's Asia, which is nice because we want to get them killed as fast as possible. Standard rifle. More recruit population's not bad. There's got a lot of decent modifiers down here. Yeah, give me those 4 military factories. It'll also give me more factories for us to... Actually, no, we're actually under our maximum support division limit. That's nice. Okay, so we got this 2-way civil war. Floyd Olson against Huey Long. Usually this will be a stomp for the USA. American Union State can't really fight them alone. Even if the American Union State gets like a lot of territory, I don't think there's any way the United States actually loses. So you have 2-14, 10-31. Again, you are the rightful president, so I think you're getting a modifier from that as well. Actually, does that modifier even fire if it's only a 2-way civil war? American Union States actually taking a lot of territory. They took Kentucky. I think they're actually maybe bigger now than the Confederates were in history. Finland showing the Reichspakt. Yeah, I mean, actually... I mean, I don't know. Did Kentucky join with the Confederates? I don't remember. The American Union States gotten pretty large. Still don't think they're going to win. I mean, if they do win, they might not join the Reichspakt, which is what we don't want, because we want to, of course, go to war with these areas here, to go to war, take over this area in Malaysia. Okay, an American Civil War has begun. So congratulations on them for fighting it out. I don't know what this division even is. Oh, we have a lot of horrible templates, huh? One has a tank division in it? That's a bit strange. The one with the tank division can be... none of you are like a symbol of a tank? Why not... There you go. Update with you. Let's build some... basic infantry. Maybe like 3 divisions seems fine to me. At least for us to begin off with. But I do think, at least for right now, with the Civil War over, war in our neighbors, there's going to be a good time for us to end this episode. It's a little bit of a shorter one, but, you know, right now, I'll be honest with you, I'm recording at 3:45 in the morning. So, for right now, have a great day. If you enjoyed... I can restart my ending, because that didn't sound right. Thank you for watching. My name is Anthnwam. If you enjoyed, put a thumbs up. Not enjoyed, click something down. You want to subscribe, and goodbye. There you go. That seemed that flowed a lot more naturally in my brain.